Well, I saw these on eBay, and then when the High One Zero UAV came in for setup and service, this came with the 5.8 system on the Zero UAV. Now, on eBay, these are about, I think they were around $28 or something, $30. And I wanted to show you what's inside of it, because I'm starting to make my own panel antenna, and I hadn't seen one like this before. This is probably why it costs a little bit more. I'm going to show you the elements right now. Very simple. Not too hard to make yourself, actually, if you take your time and be very, very crucial to the measurements. Now, of course, the owner of this knows that I'm duplicating it, so you'll see the measurements. Now, here's the upper plate. It has no contact connection at all. It is simply a reflector, a freestanding reflector. There you go. So, it's a top plate, copper pads, thin copper pads, like tinfoil thin. You have these spacers here, which is a crucial measurement between the gap. But these discs are below, and they're 16 millimeters. These squares are approximately 16 millimeters, 17 millimeters square. So you have these lying underneath the squares. So they go in that order. And then we have this, and this is in 720, so hopefully you'll be able to see the numbers here. Freeze the screen and the connection there. So we have the connection going to this trace here, and then these measurements here are 5 millimeters, these small squares here. The length of this is 8 millimeters. The length of this thicker part is 5 millimeters, and it's 4 millimeters from the top to the bottom there, from here to there. So you have a total distance of 58 millimeters on the outside, 58 millimeters this way, and then these trace routes. So I don't think that these are too crucial, but the 5 millimeter junctions here are probably important. And then you have the basic traces, and on the other side you have an aluminum plate. So I'm going to be using copper plate on the back as a reflector, but this is then soldered to the bottom plate, and the lead has got a huge blob of solder onto these traces. So what you'll need is some PCB trace board. This is off the large antenna I had, the 900 megahertz antennas, and I've cut it to 18 millimeters. These are 18 millimeters each, these squares, and I'll cut 4 of these and lay out my own on top of a copper plate and make my own antenna. Okay, now I have to reassemble this. So there you go. This is the expensive patch antenna or panel antenna on eBay for 5.8 gigahertz. And what's inside it? Here's my own helical. This is a really good antenna, actually. It looks rough, but it works really, really well. Anyways, have a nice day, guys. See ya.